My name is Nabila Regita Putri Mustafa and my friends.
Putri.
We are from SMA Negeri 1 Palangka Raya. Today we would like to present our research about
Effects of depression and anxiety over sleep disorder in adults at Palangka Raya High School.
The coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19 that is currently occurring has hit various countries globally, including Indonesia. This outbreak first appeared in Wuhan, Hubei Province, China, and was later declared an international public health emergency by the World Health Organization. The current epidemic situation requires people to adapt to conditions such as social distancing, large-scale social restriction or PSBB, independent isolation, suspension of school, working or studying from home, and reduced activities outside. In short, all human life activities are limited to personal activities, social interactions, to worship. This causes discomfort such as anxiety, worry, feelings of loneliness and isolation, and even trigger stress that impact a person's physical and psychological, one of which is causing sleep disorder. Sleep disturbance can have many causes or holistic. The thing that affect is biopsychosocial, namely genetic, psychological, and environmental factors. Sleep disturbance is a symptom of depression, DSM-4. One of the causes is the failure to reduce activity in several brain parts that regulate sleep. Sleep time that is less than needed can affect protein synthesis, which plays a role in repairing the mast cell to decrease. If a person's sleep time is lacking, it will impact in anxiety and depression. Anxiety and depressive disorder can have an impact on daily life, social life, work, affect how a person eats and sleeps, how one feels about himself, and how people think about things. Many people consider insomnia and depression as trivial things and quickly go away on their own. Mental health and insomnia symptoms, especially in adolescents, are considered to be of little concern, especially now that they are facing a situation of staying at home and doing various learning online, thus reducing their interaction in the social world. There is still little intensive research that links the problem, so that many people yet neglect to provide social support to adolescents with surrounding symptoms. This is also due to lack of knowledge about the COVID-19, which disturbs student normal learning and living conditions. This having a significant impact on a positive and optimistic attitude in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic. With this background, researchers interested in conducting research to assess the prevalence and factors that influence the symptoms of insomnia, anxiety, and depression, as well as the relationship between these three and the current COVID-19 pandemic. Objectives: to determine the relation between depression and anxiety on sleep disorder in high school adolescents in Palangka Raya. Problems formulation: first, how is depression related to sleep disorders? And the second, how is anxiety related to sleep disorders?
the research method used is quantitative method. And in this study, the independent variable is sleep disorders and the dependent variable is depression and anxiety. In the survey, the information collected from respondents using questionnaire. Questionnaire distributed through online media's intermediaries from 31 August until 12 September 2020. The inclusion criteria for respondents in the range of adolescents are students at Palangka Raya High School and who are willing to be respondents. In this study, a sample of 282 respondents was obtained. However, after being recorded, there are some respondents submit the questionnaire with incomplete data and leaving 253 respondents. For design experiment, we used 3 questionnaires. The first is Patient Health Questionnaire or PHQ-9, second Generalized Anxiety Disorder or GAD-7, and the last is the Pittsburgh Sleep Quality Index or PSQI. Based on the table, it is known that the respondents came from 15 secondary schools in Palangka Raya. The most respondents were students at SMA Negeri 1 Palangka Raya with frequency 53.8%, and the least is SMA Negeri 6 Palangka Raya and SMK Karsa Mulia with frequency is 0.4%. While gender, it is known that the considerable is woman with frequency is 74.7%, and for men were 25.3%. From the descriptive result, it is known that the youngest age is 13 years old, with frequency is 0.4%. The majority is 16 years old, with frequency is 54.9%, and the oldest is 18 years old, with frequency 0.4%. From the table, it can be seen that the data used has met the classical assumptions and can be analyzed to the next stage. There are 9 items from depression variable, anxiety consists 7 items, and sleep disorders consist 19 items from the SPSS output. It can be seen that the corrected item total correlation value is more than 0.60. So, the questionnaires are declared and able to reveal something that will be measured by the questionnaires. Effect of anxiety on sleep disorders. According to Potter and Perry 2005, anxiety experienced by someone because of the problems they face makes a person tense and tries hard to fall asleep. So that ongoing stress can cause a person to have bad sleeping habits. Feelings of anxiety about what you are experiencing will make it difficult to sleep, wake up in the middle of the night, change your sleep cycle, and even sleep too much can cause emotional stress. Effects of depression on sleep disorders. Depression is a mood disorder characterized by intense sadness, lasts a long time, and disrupts normal life. Depressive symptoms include emotional disturbances, cognitive disorders, somatic complaints, psychomotor disorders, and vegetative disorders, so that failure to reduce activity in several parts of the brain that regulate sleep causes a depression person to experience insomnia, problems with sleep onset, waking up suddenly, until hypersomnia. Depression and depressive symptoms are the most significant and most consistent risk factors for insomnia. Radityo 2020.
This research resulted in first, there is a relationship between depression and sleep disorders. Second, there is a relationship between anxiety and sleep disorders. Through the result of the questionnaire, it has been shown to have a significant positive correlation with levels of depression and anxiety. Our future work for the next research can adding other variables such as stress to determine the cause of sleep disorder in adolescents from high school to generate adjusted R score larger and as a reference for future research and is essential to continue to explore the implication of a pandemic on the mental health screening will be carried out to identify adolescents who have psychological problems. Another research limitation is related to the control, whether social media also contributes to social media fatigue for students. This can be taken into consideration for further research to pay more attention to the many factors that can affect sleep disorder in adolescents.